Is that okay?
Yeah, fine. Dun, 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 dun. We on? Hey, welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters. I've replaced Joe, been upgraded, I'd like to think, but I don't think that's so much the case with Counter-Strike. And we're going to be going into the next game. You don't know what it is, because I've got the bit of paper. So I'm going to tell you.
Right.
The next game is going to be Paragon of Virtue versus, well, Gameplay, formerly known as Roccat. And actually, this is kind of an interesting match in a sense because Gameplay have already beat MTW, so they are going to be first. But it's more important for the opposition is the Paragon of Virtue, as actually they destroyed Vio earlier on in the actual tournament. You didn't actually get to see that. It was 24-6. So if they actually can cause an upset and actually beat Gameplay, that could really screw up the group.
Well, Gameplay are really on fire at the moment. I mean, it was simply, it was just a feast watching them play against MTW. And I'd really watch out for Plaste in this match because he was on fire. There's only one word you can use to describe his play in that game against Gameplay, and that is orgasmic.
Matt, you do have a word, a way with words. I'm just going to connect you on the right server here, just so I don't have to show you my bit of paper. But that will be the server on, and hopefully these teams will be readying up soon. I wish I had more score updates for you, but I mean, obviously you can check the website if you click the recently played matches on esl-world.net. You will be able to see what's going on. That will take you directly to the Masters page as well, and that's where we are on the stream. So make sure you open it make sure you open it with Shift so you don't get taken away from us. So I actually didn't get to watch much of that Fnatic game as I was eating a lot of German pizza. But how did that kind of work out for you, the game?
Yeah, it was a good game. It wasn't one of the best, you know. But
actually, it looked really close to me at the end. I mean,
yeah.
X3O, I mean, absolutely, to say, not I mean again, but they were, you know, pulling back. They were clawing in there. I mean, does this make Fnatic look not as strong as maybe people thought they were going to coming into this, or just reinforce at the fact they're not doing very well off the back of DreamHack?
Possibly. I mean, yeah, things got very sticky for Fnatic in that game, and but you know, that might be to X3O's credit. They might be, you know, playing very, very well. They were playing very, very well. Patio John, particularly, you've probably heard his name mentioned a lot.
Actually, Joe mentioned him a lot, and I think Joe should become like a bookie of like who top scores or who wins matches, because he seems to call everything. I mean, I don't want to say that he's too good of a commentator, but he certainly calls you know, who's doing well and who's not before tournaments, and he's got a really good insight. And actually, before this, he actually said that Gameplay, formerly known as Roccat, would be, you know, a very, very strong team going in. And actually, we had on ESL a couple of days ago the draw for the main round, which had a really hard group with Fnatic and also, sorry as I lose my voice, but also a Roccat in, and he thinks Roccat will take that group. So, I mean, they look really strong. But we're going to see if they are really, really strong as they've taken on MTW. Next game will be Roccat or Gameplay versus Paragon of Virtue. So we'll see if they can just reinforce, you know, how good they really are.
For so long now, Gameplay have had disappointing results at tournaments. You know, when they unleashed their new tag Roccat, and everyone was really excited about them and said, you know, that the Finnish team might do really well at big events. But they've had a lot of, you know, top 5 finishes, top 8 finishes. I think even 1 or 2 top 3 finishes. But you know, they haven't reached that higher level.
Or the kind of plateau of the kind of MIM and the Fnatic and the MIBR, you know, that kind of, they don't have that reputation yet, you would say.
Yeah, well, they've always been a top European team, of course, but you know, they just haven't managed to win any major events as of yet.
Okay, so actually both teams aren't ready or all on the server yet, but we are actually looking at Nuke at the moment. I mean, obviously, you know, slightly, well, CT-sided, and, you know, coming against these two teams, I always feel like when you play a map which is slightly CT-sided, the team that's stronger dominate the CT. They don't even give, you know, I'm looking POV not to even have a look in on the offense. I mean, would that be kind of your analysis of it as well? You know, going into pre-game, if you're going to predict any outcomes?
Yeah, I'd agree with you, and it could well be that the knife round plays quite an important role in this game on Nuke, because you know, if a team is to select CT going into the game, they could build up a lot of momentum and really you know, just eclipse the opposing team in CT, and you know, build up that momentum. And yeah. Yeah,
well, you said it all and then some, absolutely. But it's in the sense that, yeah, I do think that obviously knife round will come into play, you know, with... I mean, it's not so much for gameplay. I don't think they're going to mind much about the knife round. Obviously, it'd be an advantage for them. But POV would be looking really to win this knife round on Nuke, because I don't think they're going to want to go up against a solid defense. And that's exactly what it is with gameplay. If they do get the knife round and end up in defense first, it could be a bit demoralizing for POV. But they are the American team of this group that are going to be able to take a second place. But if they do manage to beat Roccat, there's going to be potentially one team with one loss each. I mean, the only thing that can happen from here on in for POV, the best scenario is that they beat. They've already beaten Vio, so if they beat Roccat and then they can go on and beat MTW, they're going to top the group. But you know, it's, as we said, the most interesting match of the group so far. MTW versus Roccat went to the way of Roccat, or gameplay, sorry. So we'll see. I mean, I'm still predicting 2 European top finishes in this group, but I mean, this is going to be their chance to pull through. So Nuke, as it goes, I mean, you used to be a very old school player, if we can call it that. Were you ever successful, Matt? Were you ever almost there?
No, I can't say I was. You know, I used to play in the British leagues, but the UK scene really was in its infancy back when I was playing Counter-Strike. And of course, it's evolved a lot more now. Back in the day, we had 4 Kings were the top British team, and no other British talent really managed to ever reach those sort of upper heights of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I think 4 Kings within CS have done the best, obviously. We actually see Dignitas now with a 1.6 team, but they're actually the most kind of international travelled team, you know, in the UK at the moment, but they don't seem to be kind of bringing home the gold, so to speak, or even the silver, bronze, or maybe just the wooden spoon for England. But I mean, we'll see if any more talent, but I mean...
Mind you, in Counter-Strike Source, you know, British teams have been doing pretty damn well.
Well, maybe they saw a gap in the market, couldn't win CS 1.6, and all kind of migrated to CS Source, where they all got franchised by the CGS. But anyway, so we actually got 4 players from each team at the moment in here, and gameplay versus POV. If you've just joined us, we've had 2 matches so far. Today is going to be all the main round matches in the group stages, so it's going to decide who goes into the playoffs tomorrow. 2 teams from each group will go through. There's going to be 4 in there total to start with. And they're going to play all rounds again. I mean, obviously, you're going to play all 30 rounds, as it will count. And, you know, we're saying it could count. If POV win this, that's when the 30 rounds do count. And they actually dominated Vio 24-6. So, you know, they could one win versus either MTW or Roccat. The win would be, you know, equally good versus any of their opponents. You know, could secure them a place with a strong finish versus Vio.
Right, so they really have the potential here to turn their group on its head.
Yeah, exactly. And this, you know, I think this was I put it down as probably the second hardest group. The hardest group being Group D, which has actually had MIBR and MIM in it. And we haven't actually seen any matches from them yet. I would imagine they probably play in the first 2 groups, and we're going to see the second 2 groups later. But this is the group that is, you know, the second hardest in the tournament, I think. Then Fnatic, obviously, you know, we said they had an easier group, but it didn't look too easy.
And how have MTW been doing in this group so far?
What, in this group?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't caught their second match if they've played versus Vio. I'm not sure if that's going on at the same time, but I mean, obviously, losing versus gameplay, you know, you knew the situation. You were watching it, Matt. You were over there eating your vegetarian meal.
Yeah, I know. I just thought you might have, you know, had some updates.
Had some more updates.
On the latest
I'm not that updatable, really.
No?
I'm kind of a bit, yeah. I don't have someone to do that for me. Actually, so we've actually got all players then from gameplay on the server, and if you were interested in World of Warcraft, you might not still be on the stream, but a lot of you should be, just to kind of experience the CS. And actually, They're just saying the two teams that are just fixing stuff, but we're going to have all the World of Warcraft action tomorrow, which is going to be great for us.
Yep. It's going to be an action-packed day, you know. I can't wait. I can hardly contain my excitement, Jay. I won't be able to sleep tonight.
That's the way you say that. I don't know. Yeah, okay. So we have a restart called. So we're going to be getting in here shortly then as N-Sub from Gameplay calls a restart. Just to give you a rundown of the teams and the players. It's Gameplay versus PoV. And Gameplay obviously using Conte, Plaste, Ruit, T-Hop and N-Sub, and PoV, if I can pronounce the names properly, Savior, 9spot, Hero, MK Pro, and Rue. So as we're going to get ready to go into the restart, and hopefully I call the restart right when they're actually going to do the pistol round. Here we go, restart called. So then, knife round then for Gameplay versus PoV, or Paragon of Virtue. As we get us away onto this, though, following Gameplay Ruit just off the start, as both teams will indeed meet. Both of these really wanting to win this knife round. And, well, I mean, it's a knife round, so you can't call it too much skill, as I'm sure there's some fantastic knife players out there. As we enter the fray, then, Ruit actually gets taken down as we follow him straight off the back. And many kills, well, it's actually Gameplay to have the advantage. It's a 2-on-2 situation now, as Hero doing some great work and actually goes down to a 1-on-1, but it's N-Sub who comes out, and he celebrates with some pistol spamming, and that's not what PoV wanted, and Gameplay goes straight to the counter-terrorists.
Not surprising, as I mentioned earlier, being CT first in this map really enables you to build up some momentum. It is a CT-sided map.
It just seems like the stronger team now are, you know, in a better advantage. So let's follow then out the back. I'm going to switch over to PoV, see how they do indeed attack, as the bomb is going to be on Hero. As Eleway gets a sneak peek of someone there, unfortunately missing his shots, kind of just peeping out. No damage exchange on any side at the moment. As actually there's a grenade coming into the center. That actually looked like it did a bit of damage then, so that would have been a T-Hop using that grenade. And Plaste gets down Hero. He's going to open up. That means the bomb's down. And well, MK Pro, and here we go, they're going to be moving in on the bomb as they go into B. Plaste then defending fantastically.
Incredible play from Plaste again.
Yeah, and he's just going to follow Conte at the moment, as MK Pro actually manages to get down the bottom. You can see, there we go, completely dominated 3v1 in that situation. And pistol round going to go the way of Gameplay, and an unsuccessful attack, really. And, you know, for a pistol round, you can be a bit more maybe ballsy with your attack. I mean, you can, you know, exchange kills rather easily, but now they're going to be completely up against it. So then,
Paragon of Virtue are under a lot of pressure now. They're ecoing, of course, and it looks like they're going to do an outside rush.
Okay, so we're going to be following Savior, who's going to be leading this outside rush. He takes some damage. Ruit opens up the kill. Plaste comes out with the second one. Ruit once again, as they run in, pistols dropping everywhere, and easily picked up by Gameplay. And that's going to make the score 2-0, kind of expected. But they kind of defended that outside rush. It seemed like they almost had 4 men in there.
Now, anyone who was lucky enough to watch the Gameplay versus MTW game will notice that Roccat, now known as Gameplay, really have stepped their game up. I don't know what's happened. Maybe they've been boot camping, Jay.
Well, I feel a lot of teams will be boot camping, Matt. As Plaste then opens up, here comes a rush also into the upper, and it's going to be, actually Drew gets a kill, but he's going to be the only one that does so, and T-Hop and Ruit finish that attack off nicely, making it 3-0, and soon they're going to be able to buy, and here we go, we actually see is that buying of, yeah, there we go, so we actually have weapons in the hands then of PoV, and we're going to follow a 9spot out, bomb in the hands of MK Pro. And this is going to be their chance, Matt, to actually make something happen.
D-Roo throwing a smoke out. Looks like they're doing an outside rush here.
Yeah, an outside rush, and actually they're in quite nicely, and actually Hero opens up as a 9spot gets flashed, turns around, and Hero getting an excellent second one. Plaste returning on that. That makes it a 3-on-3. Actually, it's going to be, oh, here we go, N-Sub completely dominating as I was following the man outside in Garage as all the action went on. And it's going to be pretty easy. The bomb did go down, though. Defuse coming out, and that's going to make it 4-0. So, I mean, they entered pretty solidly there, but it didn't seem to work out for him. What was the problem? Just pure aim?
Well, it was interesting to see them use their smokes and their flashes so early on outside. I would have expected, as they went outside and went in to the upper bomb site, I would have expected them to save their smokes and their flashes for the inside rush. You know, there's nearly always at least one person watching rafters in this game as CT.
Yeah, so Ruit then making it 2 down to begin with, taking out Hero, who was huge for POV last time, and then just T-Hop coming in. Nice little headshot there. It's going to finish up that one real quickly, and this is kind of demoralizing the confidence, if you will, of POV. But as you say, the stronger team in the stronger side taking full advantage of this. 5-0. So pistols then in hands of POV.
Looks like they've gone for a Deagle save.
Yeah, absolutely, and just kind of moving in, so I can switch over to some of the POV players. No one's taking massive amount of damage. Wall banging with the Deagles. Still hanging around on the outside. Actually, Place opens up on Hero. That's going to make it 5-on-4. You see MK Pro trying to defend the center there. It's not going to happen as T-Hop comes in. Ruit picks up another one. And kind of expected, but maybe they could have done better with these Deagles. But they've still got 2 men standing, and actually one in on the bomb site. And it's a nice spot that gets the kill finally on Ensa, but Conte is going to take him out. And as he holds upper bomb site, 1 man standing then, and it was Savior. He goes down to Place. That's going to make it 6-0.
Gameplay really looking like they've got this map on lockdown.
Sorry, I'm just being fondled up at the moment. As you're more than welcome to go into my pocket. So then round 7, as I try and handle the camera at the same time. There we go. So we're actually guns in hand then for POV. A bit of wall banging in center, that's delaying off the attack so far. Grenades coming into center room. Actually, it's POV that open up as Drew kills N-Sub. And maybe a push onto upper. You can see Hero just kind of still spamming, if I'm allowed to say that as a Quake player.
And, 9 spots in an interesting position at the moment. It looks like he's been boosted up into the raised level outside, and he's wall banging the rafters.
Yeah, so there we go. T-Hop then is going to look to defend this. You can see 9 spot then he was boosted up. He's moved back round in the other direction, and all of them regrouping then, looking to get into this upper bomb site. They have guns, 6-0. It's an important round. In come the flashes. Drew actually opening up once again. He's got 2 so far. Ruit replying. It's going to make a 4-on-3. Conte on the outside, picking up 1 as well. They know where Ruit is. Bomb goes down as we follow Place. He walks in, picks up 1, picks up 2. And he's only got 1 more, and it is Hero. Let's see what he can do. Absolutely nothing as Ruit up top there takes him out, and Place will indeed get the defuse. 7-0, but still, though, Matt, a pretty decent attack.
Yeah, it was okay. Place proving again that he's, one of the central players to gameplay. He on this map, he usually stays in the ramp room, which it really is a key position on Nuke when they play CT.
Yeah, absolutely. So following Savior, grenade then. Trying to get some damage through, and it's Hero who opens up, and I should really follow him more as he's doing so well for POV, kind of keeping him in the game. Place replies though, taking out MK Pro, and here comes a rotation then into ramp, and Place is going to stop it. Place is going to stop the second man as well, and also Ruit seems to be joining him, and Ruit obviously rotated very quickly and helping out, and that's going to make short work of POV, and nothing to their confidence right now is they've actually 8-0.
Yeah, gameplay really demolishing Paragon of Virtue so far. And yeah, things are starting to smell bad for them. Almost as bad as one of Jay Harding's farts.
Dude, that's not cool. But anyway, so following Hero then, he's been opening up before. He gets some wall bangs at the moment. Actually, it's 9 spot as soon as I stop following someone who opens up on Ruit. So it's going to be a 5-on-4, whether or not they can get a successful push or even into the upper bomb site successfully is yet to be seen. Smokes, wall banging from either side. Hero then moving towards ramp. He knows he will probably meet Plaste if he goes this way. He's been an important player. Maybe not the best of ideas, but we'll see if he can make a successful attack at the moment. What's going on the other side of the map?
T-Hope is on rafters at the moment, watching the...
Oh, sorry, just to interrupt you, but Plaste actually took out MK Pro with the grenade, and then got Hero as well. It was a very unsuccessful attack, and you can actually see Nsub now moving in. It's going to clean out the last. We will be free, and actually does so successfully. Gets one, and Plaste comes in just as 9spot would have turned the other direction. And, well, just every single attack that they're doing, even with guns, is just not successful, Matt.
No. It will be interesting to see if Gameplay play any games on Inferno during this tournament, because it is known as one of their weaker maps, but at the moment they're looking indestructible on Nuke.
Yeah, well, they're looking absolutely fantastic indeed. Here's some boosting up then, 9spot with the bomb. Going to try and, well, looked like he tried and make the jump, but he's going to get boosted up. Nsub then opening up on Hero. So already a 5-on-4. And as we go, it's actually 9spot peeked somebody there and decides to change his mind of where he wanted to attack. Making his way towards the upper, joined by some wall-banging members. Doors are open. He spots someone there. Slamming through, no damage, well, probably some damage, and it jumps out, and Nsub jumps out and picks up the second kill of the round, and playing absolutely fantastically. Each player of Gameplay able to defend the attacking POV, and actually, when I say that as POV actually come in, it's MK who gets a decent amount. We see Drew now, Ruit picking up 2. He's last man standing, not going to happen. Ruit from outside, peeks, hits, and secures another round.
Now, if you take the time to glance at the scoreboard, you'll see top for Gameplay at the moment is Plaste, of course, with 23-1. I don't know how many...
He hoards the bomb diffuses, dude. That's what it's all about.
I was going to say, I don't know how many of those points are actual diffuses, but, you know, there's no question that he's on form today.
So then, Ruit then picking up the first one onto Hero, and joined on the outside. Surely they're going to get a kill, and Drew does help with that. As they push in, and Nsub once again defending the upper absolutely fantastically. Drew picks him up through the wall though, but gets replied with T-Hop's grenade. And there we actually go. 9spot managed to get a revenge kill then onto T-Hop. And oh, not the strongest of guns, could probably change at the moment. Not sure. He does actually have the bomb, so he's looking to rotate. It's a 1-on-2 situation. Conte and Plaste to defend. I was just about to say that's not the people you want to have to go up against, and it's Plaste easily picks him off, making it 11-0. But I mean, a slightly more successful attack going around the outside there. Okay, good. So would you recommend then, you know, that seems to be more the way to go? I mean, or do you think they're just not attacking properly, or they're calling the wrong strats?
I think at the moment Gameplay are just simply outclassing them, to be honest with you, Jay.
Okay, so let's see if I can follow the bomb. That is going to be Drew as they set up once again to attack upper, and actually Ruit from one side, Plaste from the other. Plaste got a bit confident, wanted to attack aggressively, gets shut down, and Drew picking up a second kill, but it's Nsub who makes that his third and secures another round, 12-0, and it couldn't go any worse. And I mean, it's not a question of, you know, are they, well, I don't want to say is it a question of are POV going to win, but are they going to get a round?
I hope so, for their sakes, you know.
To represent America, yeah, maybe they should. So, 9spot on the bomb.
It's really difficult to try and pick yourself up after having a washout game like this, you know, and let's hope that POV put a round on the board here now.
Yeah, there's hope indeed, and that's what I'm sure they're hoping for, and maybe even more so as Savior does open up on Ruit. As maybe that enables an attack onto the center, but no, it doesn't actually, as we can see defense here from T-Hop above, and picks up 2. An unsuccessful attack then, and maybe that's actually Drew picking up 1. He's got a handle 2, you can see him on the other end, and it was never going to happen. Plaste picks off Drew, although once again, an almost successful attack. 2 men standing, which was Plaste and Conte once again as they rotated around and happened to save the day, and that's going to make it 13-0. So not a bad half so far for gameplay, would you say, Matt?
No, not at all, and I really hope that gameplay can carry this momentum forward into the next stages of the tournament.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the group stages today, so every day is a new day. You can come into group stages, play your best, and qualify first, but if you're going to have a bad second day, that's, well, it's a shame to waste your best day on your first, in a sense. So following MK Pro, he gets knocked down to 83 HP, as I almost suffocate on my own voice. Bomb drop then. NSub defense pretty strong here on the upper bomb site. 9spot looking to peak, but he's dropped down to 39 HP. And Drew's already dead as well. And NSub takes advantage of that HP of 9spot, takes him down as we follow Conte, picks up the last kill. I mean, just so offensive. I mean, they just got bored of waiting for PoV to attack and decided, well, screw this. I'm just going to go in around the back and just completely, you know, it was like a squad team attacking there, which is kind of, you know, relevant to Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Okay. 14-0. And what do you think, I mean, you know, PoV have got to be thinking right now, Matt?
Well, you know, they've tried almost everything. They've tried a ramp room. I think they're now on an eco. No, I'm wrong. They're not. But they're doing a rush straight into the upper bomb site.
Yeah, so we're watching Ruit on defense then. Bomb has been planted. As everyone's dropping for PoV right now, and only the bomb to defuse. As gameplay say good half, and PoV oddly say good half as well. But it obviously wasn't, and that's going to make the halftime score 15-0. And do you think, you know, this is a good representation of America's Counter-Strike?
Well, I don't think Paragon of Virtue are known as one of the creme de la creme of American Counter-Strike teams. They are certainly a strong team, but I don't think most people would consider them to be on the same level as, say, X3O or even Complexity now that they've picked up 1.6 again.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, X3O have done really well. And I mean, you know, we say not the creme de la creme, but they're still, they destroyed Vio, but at the moment they themselves are getting destroyed. So we're getting ready then to go into the second half, 15-0. Pretty dominating. I mean, you know, there's no way to have a worse half unless, you know, you can get put into minus, but you can't. But they should have been, maybe. If they could be in minus, they probably would be. Just saying.
True.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how it goes. So as they almost get ready to go into the pistol round, I mean, obviously we've got PoV on the kind of better side, but obviously not at the moment the better team. So let's follow gameplay as we follow Conte. Grenades going into ramp, turning away from the flashes, and actually he's got his whole team with him now. Actually, they decided to change direction. Some of them will be taking damage into the back, but here we go into the upper. As we follow Conte in. Are they going to drop down the rafters to go lower? No, it seems to be the bomb has actually gone down. As we can watch Plaste then picking up a kill onto Drew. Drew picking up the first kill though onto Ruit. So it's going to make it a 4-on-4. Plaste just defending the rafters. Not sure actually, can you tell me where the bomb went down?
I'm not certain at this moment.
It must be lower. Otherwise that'd be crazy. So there we go, some fantastic pistol shots from the team of Gameplay, and they secure what is already now the victory of 16-0. So we say every round counts, but now we can safely assume that Gameplay have qualified first from their group, because I don't think they're going to lose the Vio.
No, not at all. And Gameplay playing very smart there in the pistol round. They fake rushed the ramp room and got straight into the upper site after they ran back.
Oh, and actually Saviour picking up a headshot onto Ruit. Plaste replies, and there comes T-Hop as well as another, as NSub moves into the upper. Checking just at the top there, and actually you see Peak, and actually it looked like a teamwork there, actually killed MK Pro with Plaste. And bomb will go down, weapons in hand, one man to defend. It is Hero, you can see him at the top. Sorry I didn't follow him, but it's Conte will take him down with 15 HP remaining, making it 17-0, and it looks like they're going for the whole 30.
Gameplay is just playing with so much confidence at the moment.
I mean, you got to think what they got to be thinking. You know, how are they thinking when they're playing a team that they seem to be running over like, you know, like a Division 3 kind of quality team? And I mean, I know they are, you know, this is the Intel Extreme Masters, a lot of great teams, but it just seems that the POV, not at all. I mean, it gives me no confidence with them going up against MTW. But anyway, following Plaste, Conte opens up with 2. That's going to open up as MKL actually picks up Plaste there. Going to switch over to NSub. As Conte picks up his 3rd for the round. 1 man standing, it is Drew. He did really well to the starting half round. Gets a kill on NSub with the pistol, but gets taken out by T-Op. And that's going to be another round then. And that's going to make it, if I can do my math with Joe's fantastic apparatus, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yay. So, I mean, obviously they've lost POV, you know, a while ago, like, you know, when they entered the server. But, you know, they obviously want as many rounds as possible. But, I mean, you know, if they can beat MTW, you know, they possibly could qualify. But, I mean, still, they beat MTW. MTW would have lost, you know, 2 games, so they would, you know, definitely qualify. But
Well, they've picked up some guns now, PoV, and hopefully they'll pick up a few rounds here to give themselves even a slim chance of qualifying to the next stages of the tournament if they were to beat MTW, but looks highly unlikely at the moment. So
bomb gone down then, and actually it was a it actually changes around as Hero picks up a kill on T-Hop, and that gives them the advantage, POV, for the first time to defend. It's a 2-on-1 situation. We see Conte come in, but Drew's going to shut him down as, well, here we go. Finally, a defuse. It will happen as cheers will most likely come from the team as they claim, unexpectedly, the first round of the match. Well, their first round. Actually, yeah. I can hear rounds of applause from the massive audience that we have here in the studio. So Drew then doing it for America would be the slogan, and making that then 18-1.
Yep, good news for Paragon of Virtue. Hopefully they...
Great news for Paragon of Virtue.
Yep.
I think they should time out and maybe or text their mothers that they just want a round. So T-Hop then attacking, Conte picking up 1, Plaste picking up a second, or both of them headshots. T-Hop looking to defend, but actually Drew replies, but Conte through the wall, knows where Drew was, picks him up, and well, don't text your mums just yet. POV as a gameplay are now going to be steamrolling again, and 19-1 is the score. So 10 more rounds, and they could all go in the way of gameplay, Matt.
Real shame for Paragon of Virtue there. Things are starting to look even more bleak for them because the pressure's on now. Financially, they'll have to eco again this round.
Yeah, so Plaste then opening up onto Hero. Conte moving into the upper. He's got 2 to handle. Handles 1. He's going to get back up as well. He takes out another. And there we go. A successful attack. As you say, they were ecoing. NSub picks up MK Pro with a headshot. Bomb goes down. And let's switch over to the last man, Drew, as he has to handle, well, he has to handle Ruit, but Ruit ends up handling him, making it another score on the board. As Joe laughs at me, as if you think my CS commentary is bad now, by the way, guys, you wait until 5 a.m. because that's what we're here till, here at the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge LA. And, well, it's all going to be Counter-Strike today is the order on the menu. And, well, it's all the group stages, and we've got still some fantastic games coming up later. You're going to be able to see MIM, MIBR, and also SK playing later. So that'll be, you know, a real treat.
Wonderful.
Indeed. So then we've obviously got the team of gameplay attacking offensively. T-Hop opens up, Drew replies, as MK Pro gets one as well. Going to switch over to Ruit. He's going to be in trouble at the moment as he's going to have a crossfire on him as he doesn't know it, but there we go. There was the crossfire as 9spot comes in, takes out the kill. Plaste then is down at lower. Bomb isn't in the hands of anybody. It's a 2-on-2 situation as NSub picks up, well, turns it into a 2-on-1. Let's go to last man standing. MK Pro actually takes down NSub. Bomb is down. That's why it's not in the hands of anybody, because Plaste probably planted it. And actually looks like MK Pro deciding to save his weapon for a rainy day.
Yep, MK Pro, he went to the upper site and then realized that the bomb had actually been planted at the lower site by Plaste. Nice move there.
Nice move indeed then. Score 21-1. Last 8 rounds remaining here with POV versus gameplay formerly known as Roccat. And here we go, and it looks like it could be a very, very aggressive attack into upper. T-Hop gets a grenade kill. Place opens up with another one. 9spot replies, though, and bomb is in the hands of Ruit. There you go, T-Hop pushing his way into ramp. Conte and T-Hop picking up the last one as he wallbangs and gets 9spot. I mean, everything's going their way, you know, even after the game's finished. I mean, they're just hitting everything they need to hit. Successful attacks, don't even hesitate when they rush. I mean, you know, this is a sign of do you think this is a sign of a team that could take the whole tournament?
I don't know. It's difficult to say. You know, it's group stages, and it's difficult to really know how strong Paragon of Virtue are at the moment.
Well, it'll be interesting to see then later gameplay versus some of the bigger names in the tournament. You know who they are if you want to find them out. ESL-world.net, and you can check out all the group stages as I completely just advertise the website as this round gets on the way. Going over to what should be the actually PoV dominating as I miss out their only win, and it comes a second win actually, and well, you know, it's not unexpected because law of averages, you know, say that they should win a round eventually, and they did. Isn't that good?
Yeah, nice to see them pick up another round. You know, it's been quite a painful match to watch in places from Paragon of Virtue's perspective.
Well, I mean, you know, they're going to feel very demotivated, you know, coming out of this, but they're going to have to go and play MTW as well. So they need to keep, you know, hopes high that they can beat MTW, because that means that it puts everybody on a kind of, well, actually, no, it would put them on 2 wins, 1 loss. And it will put MTW potentially on 2 losses, 1 win. Honestly, don't think that's going to happen. As attacking-wise, PoV don't seem to be very strong, and I think MTW are extremely good on the CT side on any map as well, especially with Sunday. I mean, obviously, Joe says he can utilize the sniper, if you will, in any situation. So Ensub then picking up a nice kill on Hero as he kind of pushed his way into radio room, and if I called that right, that was amazing. And Place picking up 2 more. 9spot, last man standing, having to defend upper all by himself. In comes a grenade. It's going to be a flash, turns quite nicely, and actually picks up a kill then onto Ensub. He's got to make 2 more. It's Place and Conte as he waits patiently, dropping down slowly. Would he time the attack right? He times it perfectly as he puts 1 into Place's face. And actually rotating round the back. And you can see Conte at the moment is made his way into the room. He's kind of confused because he doesn't, you know, obviously 9spot rotating.
He's putting the bomb down at the moment, and 9spot's working his way into the upper bomb site.
So then Conte setting up defense, could be walking backwards into 9spot, but actually they seem to dance around each other as 9spot drops.
Conte just noticed 9spot then. 9spot on 36 HP at the moment, and Conte knows that he's gone down to...
I don't think 9spot knows what he's doing, really. I'm not going to lie. And Sub does smileys and goes whoops. They laughs from the team of PoV, and 9spot indeed tricked as they dance around. Bomb goes off, 9spot dies for his troubles as well, and another round going in favor of gameplay. Kind of just making them look horrible at the moment.
I don't think 9spot realised there that the bomb had been planted in the upper site.
Yeah, I think that might have been the problem too. Or you know, he just kind of thought, well, why not go on a little detour, a little bit of a map run around. So. Okay, so we're going to just carry on into this match. It is going to be over at the moment, but actually we can actually probably change game map. So I'll do my screen first, as I say that, as I have passwords. And, oh, you do yours first, so I'll give you a little bit of paper, and then you can handle that, and I'll hand over next. Whoops. Apologies.
Have we got the HTL TV details?
You just press that. Yeah. There you go. Joe will come in and save you soon. So following Ruit then, as it's a 3-on-2 situation for gameplay. That's going to be down to a 2-on-2 as PoV Drew picks up a kill onto Ruit. You can see Hero in the rafters. Ensub's going to make work of him. Well, quick work, actually. And Drew picking up another one. So it's going to be Drew versus T-Hop. Both very, very low. Bomb will surely go off. T-Hop spamming through. Bomb does go off. And another round then for gameplay. And that's going to make it, well... 4-2. Thank you, man in my ear. So No problem, indeed. So Conte then following out the spawn, and we're going to be trying to get in. So once you're into the other game, are you able to connect to the X3O versus the Guardians game, which will be interesting to see, because X3O played very fantastically well.
Yep, I'll do my best to
you do your
get
best
that
indeed.
game
So here we go then. N-sub opening up. Hero replying. That's going to make it 4-on-4. Actually, no, as it's going to be, well, 3-on-3 now, is it? So if I can switch over to some action. There's a T-Hop very, very low on health as MK takes advantage of that. We've got Conte on the outside.
Conte, interesting choice of weapon here. You don't often see people select that sniper over the AWP in professional games.
Maybe he's confident and just wants to look cool. So Ruit then is a snigger from the massive studio audience here in Germany. As we switch over to Ruit, he makes Worker Savior a great play there. He's going to capitalize on advantage, as you know, so there won't be anyone else in this position. Drops down. Actually, he drops down almost onto a grenade, but it still takes no damage as far as my HLTV is concerned. Bomb goes down. Conte picks up NK Pro as well, and that's going to secure another round. That's going to be 25-2 then. And you're still unable to connect to the X3O game?
I'm doing my best, Jay.
Oh, okay, no, if it doesn't work first time, it will never work, trust me. So then 25-2 the score, and actually we're just saying that we do actually X3O versus Guardians running at the moment, which we would have switched to if we can get on. Actually look like Matt could be slightly successful in this task at the moment. Then Drew then opening up on Conte. Drew getting a second kill on T-Hop, but Ruit finally puts him down. Actually MK getting a kill, so POV doing really nicely here. Last man standing was Ruit, who I just switched off there. There we go, switching back, but that's not going to matter as MK puts him down. That's going to put the third round on the board then, as I don't think I need to use a counter for this because they've got all their rounds in the second half, but I will put him on the scoreboard.
Jay, I've just connected to the Guardians versus X3O game, and interestingly, Guardians are playing very well against X3O. They're 10-2 at the moment. Guardians on T side, X3O on CT side. Asian, interestingly, is getting a lot of frags in. The player who left CGS in a storm of controversy.
Well, yeah, indeed, and actually they're going to be playing Dust 2, so we'll switch over to them pretty much after this round's over, as the camera will probably move over for us. So anyway, it looks like a successful opening then for gameplay. There's only Savior standing, Ruit in with the bomb. Grenades go up, and bomb's going to go down, and it's all up to Savior. It's a tall order, but if you're going to look cool, you might as well do it now. He's actually on 14 HP. Gets killed as he falls down by Conte, and I'm going to see if I can change server as well, because we can assume everything went as planned there.
I'd just like to apologise for that last mistake. Actually, Guardians are not dominating X3O. I had a bug on my
you had the last game one,
from the previous game. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll be switching over then. So we're actually going to be Guardians versus X3O, and this is in the same group as Fnatic. We're going to go straight into this, and I've actually got the same bug as well. So the score is actually going to be 2-0. Are they actually? Have you got everyone in the thing? Yeah, you have actually. So I'll cast it just off your screen at the moment. Okay, just a little update for you there. The first half ended 9-6 in favor of X3O. So that puts him in a good position. Once my HLTV catches up, I'll be able to tell you exactly, well, you'll be able to see what I will see, which will be correct information. So then following Guardians, CBZ tip-hop, as actually X3O then shut down too, is Impulsive, who played really well versus Fnatic, even though I didn't get to see it all, is obviously playing a good game here. And bomb goes down.
Just one player from Guardians left in bomb site B. It's 2v1. X3O take care of him, and they will get the defuse.
So the actual score then will be. Sorry, I'm just gonna do this at the moment. So it was 9-6 in the first round, and we have all 3 rounds for X3O at the moment. So they're going to be on 12. I can get a confirm in my ear. 12-6. Yeah, we got that right. Fantastic. Okay, so actually, there we go. My HLTV after the round started is going to be working. Following Magic then. They're going to be pushing B.
Looks as though Guardians might be doing a B fake here, but no, they're starting to throw smokes through.
Yeah, and actually it's Pato John actually gets the opening kill, but he's going to get shut down by Magic. Mela then AWPing through as well, picking up a kill on Ions. Bomb will surely go down for the team. Here we go, we can watch it now, but actually it doesn't go down. It's so aggressive. Impulse comes in and shuts down Magic, who had the bomb, and he gets backed up absolutely fantastically, and that's going to make another round for X3O, and that's going to make it 13-6 then. So proving that, you know, they are the best American team in this bracket. Obviously, they did very well versus Fnatic. You know, they're going to win this in similar, not similar fashion, but win this with, you know, playing just as well, but versus a weaker team. They could possibly go through as second place in the group.
Do we have any information regarding the first half score, or are we?
Oh, it's 9-6. The first half score was.
Right.
The score now is yes, not 9-6. So Patio John then absolutely dominating as he picks up 3 kills. One of them was with a grenade to start with. As I try and switch over to the last man, which will be CBZ, if I can just call him that for the moment. As a flash comes out, he didn't do anything to stop that either. It was a really good flash, and good for nothing. Comes out, finishes off the round, and that's going to make it another one. So that's going to be 14 then to 6.
Impulsive doing quite well on the scoreboard for X3O. He's at 9-0. And as I said, Asian doing well for Guardians at the moment.
Yeah, indeed he is. So we'll follow AZN, or Asian, off the bat. Grenade, and a pretty bad grenade actually. Not going where it was destined to go. And heading towards middle doors at the moment. And they've got an AWPer there. And they got people up on short. And it looks like they will be attacking short soon. They actually got their sniper center to see if they can catch some people rotating, maybe. Actually, looks like they're pushing center with the AWP at the moment. See if I can switch over to him. That is T-Pop.
Yep, Guardians have made their way up the catwalk, and they're working their way into bomb site A. Throw over a flash. They're
Yeah, so following a CBZ then having to walk backwards into the bomb site. He opens up the kill though onto B, and it could be a successful attack from Guardians. We have to see how this plays out, but they've got in successfully. Good for nothing replies onto Vincent, but CBZ takes the second kill, looking to get the bomb down now. They've got one long, and it was Mela. He gets a kill, and there comes another one, and CBZ knew where Good for Nothing was, but unfortunate enough, was never going to get the kill, and we follow Mela now as, well, the round is indeed over. Bomb only needs to be defused. It's going to be pretty easy as they stack up. Nice little ESL shirt that guy's wearing there, or body armor. And it's another round then to X3O.
For those of you who don't know, the Guardians player Asian used to play for the Dallas Venom in the CGS.
So why has he stopped?
Well, basically, it was a massive, massive controversy, actually, because CGS have a clause in their contract which says you cannot participate in 1.6 events, and I think that has changed now. But Asian went along to a few big LAN tournaments with his friends, and he had his contract terminated with the Dallas Venom as a result. That
would teach him to have fun. All right then, so following Magic as a Good for Nothing opens up on Ions then, as they try to push doors. A lot of smokes going through. As we switch over, Impulsive set up to defend. Good for Nothing was defending doors and did get the successful kill. CBZ challenging on upper. He opened up a few times last round. Managed to get the bomb down as well. Several players from Guardian are on Cat at the moment. Vincent holding a smoke grenade. He throws it over into A. Yeah, and actually Good for Nothing peeps through and picks out Magic, but it's CBZ that replies as well. And CBZ playing a good game at the moment in the last couple of rounds, but it's never been good enough, as X3O have been dominating this, and actually they've only got, well, 2 men versus, so it's 2-on-3 situation, but Bomb will shortly go down. Bomb does go down, grenades come up from middle, and CBZ having to defend. Short there, there's a peek. No damage traded, it seemed. Vincent picks up a kill, but Patio John comes in, cleans up 1, cleans up 2, and that was really nicely played. And he's going to be able to get the defuse as well. And I don't actually, it was it looks really, like really good. The game is over now. Yep. X3O taking it. 16-6. So pretty convincingly as well. I mean, they've played really well versus Fnatic. So to kind of go on, it just seems like, they have, they're in pole position to take second place. So 1 win, 1 loss will be their kind of score in this group. And they'll be looking to make that 2 wins, 1 loss. I'm not sure who their last opponent is that Fnatic are playing probably at the moment. But I mean, X3O then looking to go through. So then following CBZ, once again, smokes up in center. Looking to attack, and they've kind of been successful attacking A site from short at the moment. Actually, they go change of mind.
They're trying something different this time. Looks as though they're going to storm their way into B with only Patio John from X3O left in bomb site B.
Yeah, Vincent actually going to have his back to a sniper soon unless he checks right and decides that he actually heard me there and changes his mind. But it doesn't matter, as Impulse was waiting for him as he came through the doors. Following Asian then, bomb is in hands of CBZ as he picks up a kill on Patio John. And Asian defending tunnels. Picks up nice kill on Impulse there. So actually it could be a round then for Guardians as CBZ picks up a kill onto Mela. And that is going to be their, first round of this half, and that's going to put them up to 7. I mean, what did they do differently that round?
Well, the game's over.
You said
now.
they changed tactics, but I mean, was it because of an opening kill or just?
Well, the game is over now, and X3O might have just lost us some of that that momentum and that motivation after the game came to an end, and they're just playing the ending rounds for points here.
Oh, good for nothing. Obviously pushing through the middle doors very quickly and picks up a surprise kill under Asian. Vincent replying now on good for nothing as they obviously knew where he was. But I don't think that X3O really want to let off the gas, so to speak, Matt, because as we say, every round does count. As it looks like another push onto short, and there's a kill onto B as Ions gets it, but Impulse comes around and picks up 2, and he's going to be really happy with that. But actually CBZ does reply. Patio John gets 1 on Vincent, so it should be a 1-on-2 situation. And, Mela was defending the upper A. Sorry he didn't get to see it, but he puts down CBZ, and that secures another another round for X3O. So, I mean, you would never advise or, hope that a team, just because they've already won the game, would want to ever kind of let off. Yeah, I mean, you're in a professional tournament and they play these kind of best of 1 and, play all 30 rounds for a reason, because if it does go down to the wire and the group to kind of, as you could say, get turned onto its head, you need every round.
Yep, Guardians have been interestingly pushing Cat quite a lot in against X3O, but it hasn't been working out for them. X3O just doing a very good job on bomb site A.
Wow, and they've pushed into B actually, X3O, and actually capitalizing then on to the Deagle team of Guardians and made quick work of them. And not many rounds left. I think we're going to be going into the last 4 rounds of the match. Not sure what our next game will be, but later on you will be seeing teams like SK, MIBR and MIM, so it's worth staying up. Maybe if you know this one's over and you want to put on a pot of coffee, or if you can go out and buy any energy drinks that I won't advertise on there. There we go, Impulse then picking up a kill. Ions
looks
replying.
like Guardians are going for an A split this time, with a couple of people at long, couple of people on cap at the moment.
A lot of grenades then into center from CBZ as they move into the upper A side, but it's Impulse. It looks like he was defending it versus Ions, and so that's going to make CBZ change his mind. And Patio John then AWPing in the center successfully. So 2 on 3 situation, and Meta then picking up a huge kill on ANZ. AZN, or Asian as you call him, as I don't know all the CS names. Sorry, Matt. I know you've probably met him as you were in CGS for a little bit. And there you go, Patio John picking up the last as well. As they do have 2 snipers on the map, and that's going to be hugely dangerous to attack against. And does that put them once again into kind of eco?
Well, Guardians are really struggling here. I'm not sure if they're going to be on an eco again this round. Yep, by the looks of things they are. Asian with the Glock. But X3O are really giving us a masterclass in how to defend bomb site A.
And Good for Nothing does the same thing as he did a couple of rounds ago, where he just rushes through middle doors and he picks up 2 kills because of it. And there we go, B picking up another one. You can see 1 Guardians player there. B picks him up as well. Only Asian remaining, and I saw him actually rotate all the way back from B, and that's exactly what he was doing. He actually gets himself a gun now. So he's going to defend versus 4. When I say defend, he actually needs to go in and actually do something. And he picks up one, and he's in a good position to pick up a second, does so. But it's B that comes in with a reply headshot with Deagle. And, well, that secures yet another round. And so I'd imagine that makes the score 27 to 7. No, that could not be the score at all. Because if that was the score, that would be pretty crazy. 17, maybe. Joe, smile at me. Go find me the score, Joe. 20 to 7, not 27. Don't know where that extra 7 came in. Impulse then picking up a kill on Asian as we watched him try to attack long. We have
Guardians pushing Catwalk yet again, and they're throwing their nades over into bomb site A, but it looks like they're getting flashed as well.
Oh, and Mela picking up a kill then onto CBZ. We see Magic coming in. He's going to have to go against Mela and Impulse in this situation. Is he going to manage to get a kill onto Impulse? No, he doesn't. It's actually Patio John that takes him down. Ions gets Impulse there, and you can see where Patio John was, as he was down bottom. Probably got him through the wall. And B then defending, and it's Ions
gets
sniping in center.
Kills. Sniping center. It's a 1v1 now. That was a quick change of events, and he's pushing Catwalk now, about to go up into bomb site A, and he ends the round, gets the headshot on B.
Absolutely fantastic shot there as well, and I mean, he pulled away defensively, and it seemed like you know, XVO just thought they were in that position to kind of chase. They tried chasing, but you know, unsuccessfully so, as Ions hit absolutely everything. Needed 3 shots to finish the round, and that's exactly what he did. So almost finishing up the scores then here between Guardians and XVO as we come into the final rounds, following Ions, who made it big last time, but actually an exchange of kills, and actually going in favor of Guardians. Actually, there comes a reply from XVO, and that's Guardians. It's going to be one man standing, as it's going to be Patio John. We can switch over to him, see where he is.
He's in lower ton
last
at
round,
the moment.
Chala says a dead Mela. Yeah, Patio John, actually an Asian, waiting back, and catches Patio John trying to rotate to upper 8 and making the score. As I really need to learn how to use this, Joe. Seriously, I remember did it as I was at school once.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I don't remember. Some people told me I was at school. So then, Guardians, Vincent pushing down center. Asian picks up a kill then onto B. 5 versus 4, and see, Good for Nothing tries to peek, and actually Impulse tries to peek just after, and Asian picks up both of them. As he spams a little bit as well. There comes Mela. Mela picks up 1 and a second. So he's been the man for XVO in this round. And we actually see him trying to rush through, but Asian picks him up. There comes a good game. That's going to make the score, well, if they've got 7, yeah, we'll get 23. So there we go then, XVO picking up the round and the game, looking very, very strong at the moment. I mean, they played well versus Fnatic. I mean, they're obviously going to be, you know, the favourites to go through in, you know, second place and actually qualify and be, you know, one of the American teams that's going to do it for America.
They're looking like very strong contenders at the moment. And, yeah, absolutely dominated Guardians in that game.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen Guardians play before, as I'm not massively, it's almost like I'm a WoW player, really, so me casting CS, that was my amazing play-by-play there. It's called Say What You See, is my technique. But, I mean, you know, I haven't seen them play before, but obviously that's a disappointing performance by them, and they're going to have their heads low, and probably won't be qualifying in this tournament, as I can't see Guardians beating Fnatic.
No, neither can I. Yeah, and it looks like XVO might cause a bit of an upset if they manage to get through past the group stages.
Well, you call it an upset. Who did they have to beat to get past through? I mean,
well, you know,
wasn't it 3 American teams that Fnatic went up against? Because it was the easier group. I've got on a bit of paper. Frag Dominant is going to be the last people to contend for second place with XVO.
A group that really is saturated with American teams.
Oh, that's a bad word to say next to America, is saturated.
Well, there's 3 American teams in Group A. Fnatic dominating that group, not surprisingly. But XVO really might step up their game if they get through the group stages.
Well, I mean, they did really well versus Fnatic, and you watched that game as well. But, I mean, Fnatic, you know, it's hard to judge how well they're doing at the moment. Obviously, XVO, you know, suggesting that Fnatic played decently to beat them, you know, rather than Fnatic played bad, you know, to have a close game. So it's hard to judge how good those 2 teams are actually doing in this tournament. But, I mean, that's going to be, you know, once they've finished this Group A rounds, I think there's one more to be played. played before we move on to the latter groups, which has teams like SK, EG, MIM, and MIBR, but also MOB and a few others. But it'll be interesting to see, how they play tomorrow. And as you say, would you consider Fnatic, a strong performance so far?
Well, no one was expecting X3O to do that well against Fnatic earlier on.
Joe did actually.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well,
he's a bit of an X3O fan.
Oh, right. Well, I haven't seen that much of the American teams, obviously being a European Counter-Strike fan. But yeah, they seem like a really, really strong team, don't they?
Yeah, so, I mean, we have to see with them tomorrow if they do qualify over Frag Dominant. If it's just, they are actually one of the top, American teams to contend with the Europeans. So hopefully, for them, they will qualify. They've shown us some good games, some great skills, and played really, really fantastically so far. Next match coming up, not actually sure at the moment. Joe's had his break, so I imagine he's going to be coming back to give us some more Counter-Strike. But, I mean, looking at Group C and looking at Group D, we spoke about them earlier. I mean, if you want to know about Group C, that's going to be SK, EG, 50 Caliber, and Revolution Sports USA. So that's also another group with 3 American teams in. And then only 1 European, which will be SK. So Group A and C looking like the easier ones to qualify from, giving Sweden the advantage to get, kind of seeded first. Which also means if they both get seeded first, Fnatic and SK, they won't meet each other too soon, which is important, maybe for Swedish fans, but also them. There's a lot of rivalry between Fnatic and SK. You must be watching a lot of the history there as well. Yeah, and SK at the moment, statistically, looking a bit stronger than Fnatic with recent results. They really did well at DreamHack, and unfortunately, Fnatic didn't manage to qualify. So it will be interesting to see who is the strongest of the 2 titans of European Counter-Strike. Well, we say European, but I mean, say Swedish with those 2. But I mean, in a sense, and also looking at Group D, that's going to be MIM, MIBR, MOB, and Mug and Mouse. That's going to be what we consider the hardest group, as we spoke about earlier, with MIM and MIBR, top contenders for it, but also MOB maybe being able to cause an upset. But actually, we've got the next game that will be coming in. That's going to be MTW versus PoV. So that's going to be the next game coming up. And this is going to be interesting. Was it PoV just... Sorry, well, it's not going to be that much. MTW should secure the win, but I mean, have we actually had MTW versus PoV? Yeah, no, PoV. This is the interesting game. Paragon or Virtue are the ones who actually beat Vio. So PoV versus MTW, if Paragon, win, that could actually put MTW out of the tournament. So that's going to be interesting to watch. I mean, you follow more CS than me. What do you think PoV's chances are versus MTW?
Well, MTW there's no doubt that they're a really strong team. I think they won the Code 5 Global Finals this year, and they also did really well at the ESWC Masters event earlier this year. So, they have been playing well this year, and it will be interesting to see what happens. Well,
MTW not giving us the kind of strong performance versus gameplay, really, and but still, you're never going to write them off because of that, because they are ridiculously, talented, such a solid team. I'm pretty sure that obviously the advantage to take, the game versus away from PoV, but this could be potentially the upset of Group B, and also it would be the upset of the tournament if MTW weren't able to qualify from their group. Absolutely, yeah. So we're going to be moving on to that game next. But looking, later, we're going to have a Group C and also Group D. And you excited to see these teams? You said you were a Kogu fan, so a bit of a MIBR. You know what? I can't wait to see Made in Brazil play. And there's going to be a really volatile game in that Group D. Meet Your Makers versus Made in Brazil. That's definitely going to be one to watch. Okay. All right, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the later games as well. I mean, but as I say, Group B's been the one to follow so far, but I'm looking especially forward to Group D as well. It's yet to be seen how good MOB are on the kind of strength. But anyway, so next game will be MTW versus PoV, and we're going to go to a quick break. But when we come back, we're going to be setting up as they get ready in the server, and we're going to show you that game. Don't go away. This is the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge LA. I'm James Harding, joined here by Matt Zalmer and shortly Joe Miller.